This video will go over how to render a hillshade when your DEM has XY units of lat lon, and the vertical unit, the Z unit, is in a different format like meters. This is going to happen with data collected like the SRTM, and this will also happen with the bore peak data. And so QGIS, when it wants to render a hillshade and all of the units aren't in the same coordinate system, it's going to look a little bit fuzzy and a bit messy when you try to render a hillshade. So this example that I have pulled up is from the global 90-meter SRTM mission. Somewhere over Arizona. It was collected in 2000. So any SRTM that you render, whether it's the 30-meter or the 90-meter or the bore peak data, this will be the same process. So the first thing you'll want to do is load the basemap into QGIS, and I'll just show you what it looks like probably when you try to render a hillshade for the first time without doing any of the corrections. So you'll see here that it looks a bit messy. The black to white to gray is very unclear. And that's because it's trying to render it with different units. But in order to fix that, we'll go to this link and you'll see it up here if you want to copy it, or you can just reference to this table. This is a website that talks about how to set the Z factor correctly depending on where you are on QGIS. So this table shows you the latitude. We won't worry about the feet. We're going to be worrying about the Z factor in meters. So in order to figure out what latitude you're at, you could go back to your map and you can see if I scroll my cursor over somewhere in the map, I'm hovering around 30 degrees. If you're in bore peak, it will be different. If you're in a different part of the world, it'll have a different latitude, but for this one, it's going to be around 30 degrees. So if I go back to this table, I'll see that this number here is what I'm going to want to enter into the hillshade to correct for the Z factor. So I'll copy it. And now when I try to render another hillshade, I'll make sure I'm still clicked on to my original base map. And now for the Z factor, I'm going to input that value. I can save this. And now when I run it, it should look a lot better, like how your hillshade should look. So you can use this same process for the bore peak assignment or any other SRTM hillshade that you'd like to render.